answering your questions. You watched the movie and asked a lot of questions. Strap in, because this is gonna be a long one. What did Slappy get for Christmas? I bet it's a nice new tux. Slappy doesn't celebrate Christmas. Slappy celebrates this holiday, which lasts from the beginning of December to the end of February, where he expects us to bring him a gift every day, which I think is absolutely ridiculous, so I didn't get him anything for Christmas.
That's Slappy Miss!
Slappy Miss, I'm sorry. How did you react when you first saw the DVD version of Goosebumps? Did it have any good features? I made multiple vlogs about going and tracking down physical copies of the movie, because that is one of the coolest things, to actually be able to hold a project in your hands like that. And I still smile like an idiot anytime I'm in a store and I see it on the shelf. DVDs, bonus features, Blu-rays, bonus features, I'm all about those. So if you have the option, pick up a Blu-ray if you can. Hey Avery, I watched that Twames video featuring Slappy. Did you guys actually scare him? That must have been amusing. I only worked part of that shoot. Anytime you see Slappy's face in close-up when he speaks is me. Every other time was another puppeteer. I have no idea who it was. I have no idea what they were thinking. I just know that puppetry doesn't quite match up with my puppetry, so the video irks me quite a bit. I say all that to say, I did not actually get to work opposite Twames, because all of my Slappy stuff was reduced to close-up and a little bit of voiceover. But yes, I heard they actually did legitimately scare the guy. Have you seen the movie version of Little Shop of Horrors? Yes! I love that movie. Some phenomenal puppetry. Do you have a favorite style of animation from TV or movie? Hand-drawn animation is just charming, but I love how beautiful 3D animation can be. The Good Dinosaur was amazingly beautiful and realistic, so I'm probably gonna lean more towards a 3D animation. How did you voice the lawn gnome on the Twitter video? That was like a last-second thing. They had a couple of gnomes in a box in the office, and I said, I can do the little gnome voice like from the trailer. Ho, ho! And they're like, great, do it. And I had way more fun with it than I probably should have. What do you think the boss will do at Chuck E. Cheese? Slappy, what would you do if we went to Chuck E. Cheese?
We're gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese?
No, not now,
I'm
just
go
hypothetical. Is doing Slappy's laugh hard? Any voice that you put on can be hard on your voice after an extended period of time. So yes, when I do 10-hour days of Slappy laughing, I am a bit hoarse and it's a bit harder to push those laughs out. But if I'm nice and warmed up and prepared, it's very easy to throw out a couple of questions here from Slappy the Dummy. Wait a second. Do you like Five Nights at Freddy's? Yes, I'm a big fan of Five Nights at Freddy's. Not the games, but like the lore and the story behind all those hidden Easter eggs and things. Love that stuff. Do you have a favorite giant movie monster like Godzilla, Cloverfield, King Kong, or any of those monsters? I do love me some Godzilla. Let them fight. A lot of questions about Star Wars here. Have you seen Star Wars The Force Awakens? Don't tell anybody, but I haven't actually seen it yet. I know, right? How lame am I? But Savannah and I have been trying to make sure we don't miss a thing. So we wanted to watch all the originals again before we saw the new one. We still hadn't gotten through all of them yet. So soon, I hope to see. I already know all the spoilers though. Like, I totally know that Jar Jar is Jabba's father. I know about when Spock dies, when they reveal that R2-D2 is just 3 very fat mice in a robot costume. Do you have a favorite character from Star Wars? No Jar Jar Binks. No Jar Jar? Lisa thinks that's unfair! Horrible impression. I've recently developed a fondness for 3PO because he's a robot with anxiety problems. There's no reason for a robot to have anxiety problems. Why? Does Slappy have any other friends besides his Goosebump friend? Fun fact for you, every Saturday night, Slappy, Chucky, and that puppet from Saw all hang out and play poker together. It's a good time. Have you ever made Slappy mad? Have I made Slappy mad? You don't know anger until you have to pack Slappy in a suitcase several times. Some scars just don't go away. Avery, where's that deleted scene where Slappy was singing a song to the radio in the haunted car? I don't know either! I was very disappointed to see that wasn't on the DVD. It was probably a licensing issue with the people who own the rights to the song. It was a song called Superstar, sung by Peggy Lee. I sang that song in the middle of a football field for like a week and a half. Now there's no trace of it at all. Godzilla! Let them fight. Godzilla says, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? As of right now, it is Return of the Jedi. There's so many awesome puppets in that movie. Not to mention Ewoks. Do you ever think they will make a copy of your Slappy for sale for big fans of the movie? As you probably know, merchandising on the Goosebumps movie was little to none. There were some books and some bookmarks, I think, and I love toys, obviously, so that was very disappointing. There was like a Slappy bobblehead that was available somewhere. I've never seen one in person. I only found it online. But if anybody knows where to track one of those down, let me know, because I want one more than anything. But as for a proper puppet dummy of Slappy, I don't think there's much hope for that. I'm back! Hi, back. I'm Avery. How long does it take to make a ventriloquist puppet? Well, something like Slappy, I'd say probably a month or more of work went into that. But the more Muppety, cute, and fluffy characters that I build take significantly less time. I put this guy together in about 3.5 hours. Can Slappy feel pain? Slappy, can you feel pain?
No, but you will.
2 questions. How proud are you of how Goosebumps turned out? Insanely proud. Not only just for how well done the movie was, but for the audience reception, because Sony hasn't had a great run with movies lately. But there was a great crowd reaction to Goosebumps, and I think that reflected well on everyone involved. 2, are you going to see the new Suicide Squad film? Yes, I am! Like, so fast. I would pay whatever it costs to see that movie right now. I cannot hold this in. I am so freaking excited for that movie. I rarely see things in theaters more than once, but I know I'm gonna go see that thing multiple times. Officer Buttface. Oh, it's funny because it says officer. How do I get an autographed version of the DVD? LOL. You are in luck because I do have a contest coming up very soon. I know I've said that for months now. There is a contest coming where you could win one of 2 pretty cool prizes. So keep an eye out for that. Other than Slappy, what other big puppetry roles have you had? Also, do you think you'd ever puppeteer in future films? Slappy's it. Slappy's my first movie, and so far the only movie. I have worked on Sesame Street, but no other main characters like Slappy. But I want to. I certainly want to. So I am on the prowl. So if you hear anything, let me know. Slappy finds a Mario hat.
It's a me, Slappio.
You mentioned before that you've always had a thing for radio shows such as Adventures in Odyssey. If you were given the opportunity to produce a radio show, what do you think it would be about? The Hair Clan or Snuffles or something brand new? If I were to do a radio show or a podcast or whatever, it would have to be based around something I couldn't do in any other medium. I wouldn't make it about hair, I wouldn't make it about Snuffles. I have ways of telling stories with them. It would have to be something that I couldn't do with a puppet or couldn't figure out in any other form. So an excellent question that I have no answer to. So why didn't they put your voice audio in the movie? Either way, I think your Slappy voice is better. No matter what voice was better, Jack Black's famous. Nobody knows who I am. Jack's been very apologetic about having to record over me, but it was a last-second studio decision. What you gonna do? Could you please put one of my questions in your Q&A video, please? That would be cool, since I've never had one of my questions in your videos. Okay! Are you secretly a brony? It's no secret. Ever since you were Slappy, were you treated cool? How did it feel? It doesn't even faze most people. I say I was in a movie, they go, oh, that's cool, and they move on. As a puppeteer, I know that I'm never gonna be super famous, because the second I take that puppet off, nobody recognizes me. Sometimes I just wanna go, hey, everybody, I know Jack Black! Can you do your best Grunkle Stan impression? Oh boy, hold on. I'm not up on that show like I need to be. Give me a moment.
And here we have rock that looks like a face rock. The rock that looks like a face.
Best I got. How much does the dummy cost to own? Slappy's an incredibly expensive piece of equipment. There were a couple of different teams that worked on him. They told me how much it cost to make him, and it was like $45,000, which is astronomical. There's no reason a puppet should cost that much money. I got a couple of questions here about Goosebumps 2, and I know just as much about Goosebumps 2 as you do. There was a movie pilot article that went around recently about the movie that was not legitimate, so take everything you read with a couple of grains of salt, because until Sony makes an official public announcement, don't get too excited about the idea of Goosebumps 2. What is your favorite Pop-Tart flavor? Now we ask the serious questions. My favorite Pop-Tart flavor is gingerbread that they come out with for like a month window in December. But when you can't get those, I eat the... I can't even remember what it is. Hold on. Hold on. Cookies and cream. That's what it is. I eat the cookies and cream. Dang it. it, now I'm hungry. I have 2 questions related to the Goosebumps Blu-ray. What are your thoughts about the bloopers, deleted scenes, etc. for the movie? I loved that Blu-ray. As soon as I got home, I sat down in front of my TV like a little kid, 3 inches from the screen, watched all of those deleted scenes and the blooper reel. I love that stuff. It brought back a lot of memories from shooting the movie. And do you think there should have been more important scenes or mentions included in the movie? Like I said, there are a couple of deleted scenes or extended scenes that didn't show up on there that I really would have liked to see, but I can't be too picky about it because I'm just a puppet guy. I'm curious how you feel about the wooden authorship. How can I say this without getting myself in trouble? I'm not a big fan of anything with Slappy that's non-canon. So I'm not downing the art by any means. It's just not my cup of soup. Has Sony said anything about giving you Slappy? They're never gonna give me that thing. That puppet cost $45,000. They're not letting that guy go. Trust me, I have asked. What's your favorite Goosebumps book? Bride of the Living Dummy is my personal favorite. What do you think about all of Slappy's fangirls? I never knew that something like Slappy would have fangirls. He's not a Justin Bieber or a One Direction.
You don't know you're beautiful.
What is your cat's name? His name's Rory. Say hello to the people. Ow! Ow! And what's your favorite candy? I like bottle caps, but only the root beer cola and cherry ones. Get the grape and orange ones out of here. You can't find bottle caps everywhere anymore. It's a travesty, really. What would it feel like to be trapped in a book? Slappy, what's it like to be trapped in a book?
It's dark.
It's dark. How did Hannah know where the abominable snowman was? That was probably not Hannah's first time tracking down a Stein creature, so she knows Abby would automatically run for where there was ice. How did the typewriter exist in the first place? An excellent question, and one I have no answer to. What do the monsters do when they're trapped in their book? Slappy, what do you do when you're trapped in their book?
Well, I plot the ultimate world domination, where I will crush all of you.
Do that.
Ooh, and Tumblr.
Have you heard of Undertale? If so, who's your favorite character? Now, a couple of people told me to play Undertale, but I'm not really a gamer. I really wish I was. It's just not my scene. My niece dared me to ask this question, why is Slappy a dummy? We're not going there. My nephew also dared me to ask this life science question. Oh no! What happens to a virus that's inside a cell when the cell dies? I'm a puppeteer! How am I gonna know that? It has to move to the suburbs, I guess. Right? A couple of questions here about what my favorite part of the whole Goosebumps experience was. Working with Jack is great, and getting to go to the premieres, great. But something that surprised me that I'm incredibly happy about is the fan support and love around Slappy and me. I feel like I use the word awesome or insane way too much, but those are the only 2 words that I can think of to describe what that experience has meant to me. So many people have watched that movie, so many people have liked that movie, so many people went and bought the movie on DVD. It is incredibly humbling to be part of something so massive that everybody has loved so much. It's really cool to be a rock star in a small corner of the internet. Has Slappy ever done anything violent? Everything Slappy does is violent. If you can meet a celebrity that is dead, who would it be? Well, it doesn't matter who I pick because they're all dead. Any tips for someone who wants to work with puppets/film? Just make something. It's amazing how much you can learn and pick up by just trial and error and practicing. It doesn't have to be an elaborate something. It could be the silliest, most low-budget something ever captured on camera. Read up on film history, read up on puppet history, try out every form of puppetry to see where your niche is. Find a friend to get into it with so you have your support system there. Work hard, get as good as you possibly can, and just make some stuff. That's the most important part, because when you make things, you learn things. And the quicker you learn, the better off you're gonna be when you get to play with the big dogs. We did it! I'm all out of questions. I have been recording for 1 hour. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun to edit. Thank you so much to everyone who sent in a question. I have some more Goosebumps related things gonna show up in the next little bit. Until next time, peace. What?